Right, looks like we are live here on InDesign Tuesday. Happy InDesign Tuesday, everybody, or just happy Tuesday. Today we're going to be taking a look at a user requested topic, and it's actually, I'll tell you the story, it's kind of surprising on my end. But before we get to that, let me answer a quick question. It's by Akinsanya. Hopefully I'm saying that right. And it's basically, he's asking, I'd like to know how to import multiple PDFs into InDesign and make it editable as well. Well, you got 50-50 on that one. You can import multiple InDesign files just by selecting them when you choose place. The editable part is what won't happen because InDesign doesn't edit PDFs. Now, you have two choices. You can either, if the PDFs aren't secure, password protected, locked in any way, you can open them up in Acrobat and deconstruct them or export them out and then place them that way. Or you can edit them in Illustrator and take out the pieces you want and place that content. But just placing the native PDF files works fine. You just won't be able to edit them. So now that we got that out of the way, so I see a bunch of people coming in the room already. Simmer Stockton, Linda, Alexandria, Umar, Jesse, Roy, welcome as well. Marilyn, I see you over there. Victoria, welcome on Facebook. And we have some folks chiming in on Twitter, or at least joining in on Twitter. I haven't seen anyone chime in yet, but I saw some people pop in. And so thanks for being here on the multiple platforms that I stream on. Today's topic is one that I can't believe that I'm doing. Not that I'm not that I can't believe I'm doing it. I can't believe that I hadn't already done it. So I saw, I think Umar reached out to me. I think it was on one of my Instagram posts, and it was just kind of a random comment. Hey, could you do a topic on nested styles? And I was like, duh, I've done that a million times. Let me go to my YouTube channel, find the link, and give it to you. Scrolling through all my videos. Now, keep in mind, I've talked about nested styles many times over the years, but usually as part of another topic. And and even some of the videos I was scrubbing through and, oh yeah, that's where I talked about nested styles. I kind of did it in passing. It wasn't the focus of the video. Or maybe I was talking about new features and I mentioned it at the time. So I can't believe that I hadn't done just a dedicated video just on nested styles. And that's why we're doing it today on InDesign Tuesday. So we'll get into what nested styles are, show you how they work from scratch, and then I'll use some of the same examples I always use to show you how they can be used to format text. But today we're just going to be doing it from scratch to show you how to create them and how they work. Okay, so with that said, thanks everyone for joining. I see a bunch of people coming in, even from the Netherlands, and want to know about animated zoom in InDesign. I'm not sure what animated zoom is, but if you could be more descriptive and let me know what you mean, maybe I can cover that. Not today, but another day. And let's see, Henk, Murtada, welcome. I'm trying to be better on my pronunciations. Mominul, Islam, welcome. Han, Leonel, Nicole, John, Cindy, and everyone else. If I missed your name, sorry about that. So let's jump in and let's talk about today's topic. Let's get into nested styles. So I'm going to switch over to the computer, as I always do. And I've got InDesign open as usual with no document open. And I'm going to tell you where I got the document I'm about to open. Let's pop over to my browser. Let's go to stock.adobe.com. And I went and downloaded a free template because why not? So I did a template and I searched for catalog. And that will bring up the catalog templates, and I just grabbed this first one. Now I'm not logged in right now, so I didn't have to buy it. I think this one was free for me. But anyway, a lot of the templates are free once you're signed in, and you can then use them. Now, the reason I wanted a catalog is because a catalog is a perfect example of when you would use nested styles. So let's get into what nested styles are. But when I open this product catalog up, you'll know where I got it from. I got it from Adobe Stock. All right, so let's pop over. You don't need a stock template. You don't need a fancy document. You can use a blank document to do nested styles. I just wanted something with some other content already in it. All right, I'm going to open up my saved. I think I saved a version of this one. Yep, there it is. I called it Nested Styles Catalog. We zoom out. This is what the template is. So it's basically for you to create a product catalog. Put your own pictures in, put your own text in, put your own descriptions in. And I went in and replaced the sample text here with some real text. So in other words, it's all this sample stuff all on the sides here. I replaced each one of this product features with some made up ones that I just made up right before the stream. Now, the way a nested style works, and what's a nested style? So a nested style is a paragraph style that includes potentially character styles, drop caps. Those are two things I can think of off the top of my head, and potentially other things. But those are the main things. So if you just wanted to format the whole paragraph of each one of those descriptions, that's what a paragraph style does. If you just wanted to format individual words randomly, that's what a character style does. But if you want it to be a consistent thing all the way through, the first word gets this style, the fifth word gets this style, the words after that get this style. That's what a nested style is for. So it allows you to quickly format paragraphs of text that have a common format, meaning a structure to them that you want to be consistent. So a structure could mean I want the first word, no matter what, to be this thing. So every paragraph's gonna have a first word, but then I want from the fourth word on to have this style. So, or after each colon, I want this style, or after so many characters, I want this style. There's lots of ways, or after this word, I want this style. So you can do it any way you want to have those multiple styles. Now, in order to set it up, you need to first create a paragraph style, then, and you don't have to do it in this order necessarily, then create the character styles and then combine them together. So, as a matter of fact, let's do the character styles first. So I'm changing it already. So the first thing we're going to do, grab the text tool. We're going to format the first one. So I'm going to grab the word titanium, and I'm going to go to my character styles, and I'm going to format titanium to be different and then name it as a style. So let's format it to be, it's right now ACM Pro regular. Let's see what we have here. We have bold. So let's make it ACM Pro bold, and it's already doing some weird things on this format here. I ran into this a little earlier, and hang on, let me change one thing really quickly here. It's picking up this red formatting from the template. Let's see, I want to go in and let's go to our style. I just don't want that red formatting. Let's go to type, let's go to paragraph. There we go. Yeah, and it's not really getting in that from anything here. So let's do it from here. All right, let's redefine the style. No, I didn't really mean to redefine the style. I meant to edit the style. Sorry, folks. Sorry for this. This is just a thing because of this reset to base. Nope, don't want to do that. Hang on, don't want to do that. All right, let's go ahead and format it. It's just picking up this weird blue highlighting that's driving me crazy. All right, so let's say that we made it bold. We want to, and I can't tell where it's getting that highlighting from. Like it's not an underscore. It's not, you know what? Forget the template. Let's just go do this on a blank document. Then I won't be worried about picking up some extra stuff that someone formatted in this template that I have no idea where they did, how they did it, or where they did it at. So let's just do this. Let's make a blank document. That way we won't have to worry about all these extra things. So I'm just going to go ahead and paste without formatting. Just give me my raw text. And let's go grab each one of these. Forget the template. Let's just do it this way. All right, cool. Cool. Two more. Copy. And these were all the individual frames. I'm putting them all in one. Doesn't really matter. Copy and paste. Okay, now I won't have to worry about some weird formatting from the template. Okay, so next thing I want to do is I want to go in and format the word titanium. So we're going to make the word titanium. Right now it's in Myriad Pro bold. I think we want to use ACM Pro. We're going to use that as a bold. and we're going to format it. You can make it a color, so let's make it a different color. Let's just simply choose, I don't know, red for now. And so now we've defined that first word, what we want that first word to look like. All right, so the next thing we would do is, now that we got that first word defined, you can make it whatever point size, font, color, shading, italics, whatever you want it to be. Format that text the way you want it to look. Then you're going to go to your character style, and you're going to create a new character style. And you can call that new character style whatever you want. I'm going to call mine first word, because that's what it is. I want my first word to be ACM Pro, bold, red color. Click OK. All right, so now what do I want to happen next? I want let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's say most of these have at least 4 words. Let's say, so after the 4th word, I want the rest of this to look like this. ACM Pro. Let's do regular. Too bad we don't have an italics. Let's use one. Ooh, we have a thin though. Let's see. Thin's okay. I'm just trying to decide if that's what I want. It's okay for an example. We'll use thin. Okay. And we'll call this one ending text. Call it whatever you want. So I made another character style called ending text, and that could be whatever font, color, shading, whatever you want it to be. And then we want this, the rest of this, to be whatever we want it to be. So right now it defaulted to Myriad. We're going to also make this ACM Pro, and we're just going to make it regular type. Okay, so now that's what our paragraph style will be. Basically, if I didn't do any of this, extra formatting on the ends, it would just be ACM Pro regular. So for example, if I made all of these, or just one of these, let's do one. Let's do one of these as ACM Pro regular. Okay, great. That would be our paragraph style. So I'm going to go ahead and make a paragraph style called, make a new paragraph style. We're going to call this one, I'll just call it, it's going to end up being nested. So let's go ahead and finish it. Let's make it nested body. Okay. So now, if I don't do anything else, let's make sure we turn off any of this other stuff that it might have brought over. Let's reset that to base. Let's go ahead and redo it. Hang on, sorry. It picked up some other stuff because I didn't paste it in without formatting. So let's go ahead and do it again. This is going to be ACM regular 12 point. Let's make it 10 point. And that will be our standard body text. Okay. So that's what nested body is going to be if it didn't have any other formatting. So step 1, go make your individual character styles for everything you want to format. Step 2, make a paragraph style for the rest of the text, the way you want the rest of the text that isn't formatted by character styles, the way you want that to look. So my character styles are the red, bold, and light on the end. My regular paragraph style is going to be just the ACM Pro regular 10 point. Now, step 3, head over to, while you're in that same paragraph style, go down to drop caps and nested style. And here's where you get to put in the formula for how to format the nested style. So you're going to do this by clicking first. You can click as many of these as you want. So the first one is going to be new nested style. What style? It's looking for your character styles. We only have 2. So first word through one word. So that's easy. Make first word through however long that or short that first word is. Great. The next style, one more, is going to be none, meaning don't change a thing. Leave it ACM Pro regular through how many other words, characters, sentences, whatever you want, because you can pop this down and change it to whatever you want. Tab characters, however you want this to be. So through 4 words, I'm just doing a random thing here. So 4 words will look normal. and then one more style that says ending text through, let's see, we want to do, up to, let's do up to instead of through, up to 1. Now, I don't see a period because a period will be at the end of all my sentences. There's no period there. I can't choose it from the list. But this is a box you can type into. So if it wasn't a period, if you're looking for a specific word, type the word in. If you're looking for a specific thing, symbol, type the symbol in. In my case, I'm looking for a period. Just type a period in. So now I've got it set up. And it just did it. It did red, bold, regular type, then the rest through the period, up to the period, not through. So the period does not get the formatting. If I wanted the period to get the formatting, then I would choose through, and the period will get the formatting too. So it just changed. So now my nested style is ready to go. All I would have to do now is just click OK. And I don't ever have to touch the character styles again unless I want to change them, because my nested body will do it all. So if I go back to this one and I just anywhere in this paragraph and I click nested body, boom, it changes it. It makes it all the same. If I come down here, same thing, nested body, and I can highlight all of these. I don't have to do them one by one. Nested body, and hang on, let's clear the overrides. Ooh, what's going on there? Hang on. I'm not sure. Let's see. Oh, let's get rid of some of this extra formatting. That's the problem here. There we go. Same thing here. This one has some extra formatting. And get rid of the extras. There we go. Okay. So now, that is how a nested style works. Now, the beauty of this is if you go change your mind about anything, it updates everything. So for example, if I get out of this, I go back to the character style, you say, you know what? I want that first word to be a different color, different size, different font, different whatever. Double click on first word, change it to whatever you want. So instead of it being red, you can mix your own colors, but let's say we wanted to make it blue instead. So now it's blue, and instead of that font, ACM Pro Bold, let's choose a different font. I don't know what Adventure is, but let's choose Adventure Regular. Click OK, and everything. Oh, God, not Adventure Regular. Don't like that one. But anyway, you can see it quickly formatted just the first words of all my nested styles. So, and maybe you know, that text is okay. It's just too small. So I go back to it, go back to that character format, Adventure Regular, and change the size to maybe 14 point. Click OK. And now it's better. Not much, but better. All right, so you get the idea. So just changing those character styles will automatically affect the nested style throughout. Okay, yeah, I totally need this in my life. That's awesome. All right, so now let me show you some examples of how you can really take advantage of this. This is just setting one up from scratch. I just use some random things, you know, through 4 words. Let's say I wanted to change it, by the way, and make it 5 words instead of 4. So I go back to nested body. I go back to drop caps and nested styles, and on that one that says nothing through 4 words, I change it to a 5, make it 5 words. There we go, click OK. And now the 5th word gets the regular type as well. So you can change this any way you want. Now, the only thing that makes this a little inconsistent is because the rest of the words are not a set number. This one's got 3, this one's got 4, this one's got more than 4, so forth and so on. So you can, if it's all consistent or has a consistent character, it can even get fancier. So for example, let's go in and open a document that has some examples. Okay, so these are nested style examples I've been using for years because they help really illustrate the point. So this first one, the nested style is for, it's for a drop cap. So basically all this one does, if we look at it, it just it formats the text but puts a drop cap in. And notice the drop cap's a different color, different size, different font, sans serif versus serif. It did all these things quickly because it's using, if I go look at it, go look at drop caps, it's using a drop cap style called one drop cap. If we were to go look at one drop cap in the character styles, One drop cap is Ephra heavy, color blue, stroke 1 point, so forth and so on. So if I wanted to change the way all my drop caps looked, I could go into character color and change that character color to, for example, Pantone 485. And now all my drop caps are Pantone 485 throughout the entire document. Okay, that's an easy one. All that one did was just make a drop cap. It's really not a nested style. This next one is super cool, but this next one is the kind of consistency I'm talking about in the actual text, because what you have is the same things throughout. You have 4 things. You have a catalog number, you have an item name, you have a next to it, save, ripe, juicy, fresh, new. You have a description, let's call it a description, then you have a price. So you have 4 things separated by tabs, and they're just using default tabs. So that's why some of this stuff is running together. If I were to highlight all of this and choose paragraph styles, nested catalog listing, which is the style for that, it formats everything. So it changes the font, makes the item name italics. It uses a rule below that is big enough to make the text yellow. It uses bold and a center tab. It does all of that formatting quickly and easily. And again, if we go look at that paragraph style, this is what it looks like. Drop caps and nested styles. So use the character style called 5 catalog item number through 1 tab character, meaning the catalog number can be as long or as short as it needs to be, but as soon as you hit tab, then it's done. Then use another character style called fruit through 1 tab character. So each one of these is separated by tabs. Then use teaser through 1 exclamation point, because the teaser will always end with an exclamation point. And then nothing up to the $sign. And then use price up to the slash, and then use units up to the end nested character style, which is the return. So that's why I didn't even notice that. The units are not bold and they're smaller. So they just did it that way. Okay, here's another one. This one would be, see, we did catalog listing, classified ad, and this will be a numbered list. So numbered list, format the numbers differently, tab, and do a wrap. So if we look at numbered lists, drop caps and nested styles is just simply use the character style called 4 numbered character through 1 dot, and then format the rest. And if we look at the tab section of this, here's the wrap that it's using to format so that when the text goes to the end and wraps around, it comes back to the same spot as the first tab. So that way it does not go all the way over to the number. So that's just a standard paragraph option. And if we were to look at the nested style, the character style for, I guess that would be numbered character. All that one would be is just Helvetica bold 12 points. So that's what the number is through 1 tab. Okay, now this one is the fun one. This one is the one that threw me for a loop last time, and I'll explain that one for those who saw this. And on the stream, I couldn't figure out why it wasn't working. There's one piece of it that wasn't working. So let's highlight it, and let's do paragraph styles, and let's choose, this one is the classified ads. So there's 2 paragraphs that are going to get formatted as classified ads. So this is the one that on sale is different, through so many words is different, standard text, the phone number is different, the web ID is different. So if we look at that one, that is, they use a style called lead in up to 2 words. So the first 2 words in every classified ad is going to be the big bold print. Then the next 5 words is using next 5 words. That's the style it's using. So the top quality custom oak bookcases. Our best prices all year, 5 words. And then nothing up to 1 digit, because they assume there won't be a digit until the phone number. So again, as long as each one is consistent, because you can't throw a random number in there, it's going to break the nested style for that paragraph. And then phone number through 10 digits, because every phone number is going to be 10 digits with the area code. And the area code number is 10 digits. And then if we scroll, nothing to one web ID, and then the web ID. So what do you mean? What's a web ID? Where do I choose that in the menu? No. It's not an option you choose. They typed in the words web ID, because there's going to be a web ID in every single one. And then you use the web ID style to the end of the paragraph. So that's how this one was done. Now, I'll explain what was going on in my last stream. For some reason, the word use was getting italicized. And I could not figure out why. It's like, why is use getting italicized when it has nothing to do with any of this? There's no word use. The next one should be web ID. Web ID should be italicized, but not the word use. And then it finally hit me. Someone italicized the word use. Like, it wasn't part of the style. They just physically highlighted the word use in each paragraph and made it italics. So this wasn't overriding it. It had no reason to. It was just leaving it alone because it's nothing up to one web ID, and it wasn't overriding the italics that were already placed on it. So I just went in and turned off the italics on each word used that had already been put there before I even applied the style. So that's why, if you watch that stream, that's why it wasn't working. Okay, so I fixed that problem. That was a problem not in the style, but it was someone who literally went in and chose Adobe Garmin italic. So Adobe Garmin italic on the word use threw it off, because it's like, why is that word? Yeah, you get it. Okay. So that's why, if you watch that last stream that I did this example on, that's why it didn't work. Okay, so each one of these is a style, and they set up the style. Again, if you look at these last two at the bottom, there's consistency, product number, product name, whatever they called it, a kicker, or whatever they were, or the item in yellow, the price, the unit. Here, 2 words, 5 words, as much text as you want, a phone number, a web ID. So as long as you have consistent things in each one, then you can use this effectively. If it's random text throughout, well, then the nested style probably won't look consistent because it's random text, unless you want certain numbers of words to be formatted. Can you add in no hyphenation to that? Absolutely. So the question was, if I didn't want words to be hyphenated, like this one, if I don't want words to be hyphenated in this, then I would go to that paragraph style. I would go to hyphenation, and I would turn off hyphenate. And now that style is unhyphenated. So you still have every single option that's a part of your normal paragraph styles. All you're doing is one section that says, I'm going to add some other stuff in there. I'm going to add some character styles in as well. So if you don't want hyphenation, you want paragraph rules, you want certain tabs, you want certain indents and spacing, you can do all of that in addition to your drop caps and nested styles. Okay, so, and hopefully that answers your question. And now that whenever that style would be used, it would not hyphenate these paragraphs. And I could do the same thing on this one if I needed to. So don't hyphenate unless I tell it to. Okay, so that's it. That's how to use nested styles. And we can thank Umar for this topic, because this is, Nancy's saying this is unnecessarily complicated. Well, sorry, Nancy, I don't know how to make it any simpler than 3 steps. Create your character style, create a paragraph style, nest in your character styles. That's it. It's not complicated. It may take a few things to do, depending on how formatted you want. But now imagine, since you said it was complicated, let's say I had 1,000 pages of these items. I can highlight 1,000 pages worth of items, click one button, and they'd all be formatted. Just that easily. I say that's worth a few minutes of setup time up front. Okay, with that said, thanks for watching, and we will catch you on the next one. Paul's asking, can you play with no background? I don't know what you mean with no background. All right, cheers everybody, thanks for watching, and we will catch you on the next one. Bye everybody.